The market continues to chop to the downside. Where do we go from here? This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, so in yesterday's video, we talked about the fact that we're looking for the market to make one more push to the 4640 to 60 area, and yesterday we saw the market chop to the downside. So the question is, do we still look for one more high? I'll get into that in just 1 second, but first, if we're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP 500 and the NASDAQ. Highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, before we jump into the charts, this past weekend was my birthday weekend. And I did something on Instagram that you guys may not have known about. And if you're not following me on Instagram, this is a great time to do so. There is a code over there that gets you $30 off of my Invest with Jacob course. It's only on Instagram. You need to head over there and follow me, and you'll find the code there in one of my posts. And if you use that code, you get $30 off the course I'll talk about later in the video. For now, let's jump into the chart and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 1 hour futures chart for the S&P 500. And today's move down really didn't change a whole lot in the chart. We're still looking at this as wave 4. We're looking at this as a diagonal to the upside and ABC to complete wave 5. And that should target the 4444 to 4644 to 4660 area. That one more push would be a C wave. So we'd like to see a pretty strong move higher and then a sell-off after that. And that's kind of how diagonals end, as you can see right over here. We saw a really strong move higher, and then once they hit the target, they sold off straight back down to the beginning of the diagonal or the origination point, and that's what we would look for again here. Now, that is, of course, if this is wave 3 and this is wave 4. It is the primary count based on how high we've pushed here and the overall structure of the move, but we do have an alternate path as always. That alternate path would be that the high is in here, and this was the start of the move down. But again, I do think this is a corrective move, so I would count this as a wave A, and then a B, and then we'd want to see a C wave down, and the problem is we're not really seeing that, and that's another reason I think that higher is the way. This is a pretty overlapping and ugly structure to the downside. But if they do break down and break through support, the first support is right here at this 4550 to 60 area, and then the next support is down at 4530. If they can break through those two levels, then I will have to accept that the top is likely in, and we're in a bigger pullback, but that bigger pullback would likely be a wave 4 of 3 towards 4300, where we would try to hold support and then push higher in 5 of 3 back toward the all-time highs. The reason is, as I've said all along, the pullback will tell the story, and currently this pullback looks very corrective. So if they did come down and break support and give us an indication the top is in, it would be a corrective pullback, which would lead us to a wave 4. So that would be what would happen if they do break it down and break support, break this 4560 area and then 4530. If they can do that, then I would say the top is likely in and we're headed towards 4300. Now, if they follow through to the upside and then we start to sell off, again, the way we sell off and what kind of structure we get will tell the story. But any new high resets the count. So if they do make a new high, we'll have to see what kind of pullback we get to understand what our target will be. Over on the NASDAQ. Now, as we've been talking about, the NASDAQ does have a pretty nice 5-wave down move. However, since we've made this high right here, this has been pretty overlapping to the downside. So for the NASDAQ to stay under its high and stay impulsive, you'd want to see it push back over this high just a little bit and then come down, break this support here, and a break of that support followed by a break of 15,120 would be a very strong indication the top is in on the NASDAQ. So the NASDAQ does have a little bit different of a count because they did have a nice 5-wave structure down. So if we can get another high or potentially even a leading diagonal here, although I don't count on those or really want those to play out, I'd much rather see a clean move. If we can get another high that stays under the or this high here, then we can still push down in an impulsive manner and look for a break of support that would lead us to say the top is in, and we have a potentially impulsive count here. So that's what we're looking for on the NASDAQ. If they can stretch it to a new high, again, I think it'll be nominal. I think it'll be up around the 16,101 area. That would be our target. If they can push up and stretch to that, that would be a new high, which again would reset the count. We would have to see what we get off of that to understand what our target will be to the downside. So both charts pretty much the same, except that the NASDAQ does have a nice 5-wave move down, whereas the ES is more corrective to the downside. So that'll be interesting to see how that plays out, if that is the path. But we would want to see this cleaned up right here, this kind of bull flag formation that they have here, but it's all choppy and overlapping. You'd like to see them spike a high and then come back down to get a cleaner move to the downside. Doesn't mean they have to. Again, they can do a leading diagonal, something like that. We'll give them the benefit of the doubt until they prove us wrong, but overall, this is not a very impulsive look off of this high. So that's what we're looking for in both charts. The potential to stretch to one more high. I don't know if the NASDAQ can get there. If it does, I got that 16,101 target on board. Guys, if you love the information that I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link. It takes you right over to the website. Once you're there, check out our membership plans area. We have 2 incredible plans, and they both come with a 7-day free trial because I want you to get in there and I want you to become part of the trading team and make sure you love it before you ever spend a penny. You can cancel at any time. We do have our Elliott Wave for Beginners course here. And as I said in the intro, I do have a code over on my Instagram page. There's a link for that down in the description as well. Go over to Instagram, follow me, find that code, okay? Put that code in and you'll get $30 off of this price. So you get it for only $37 for the next week. That expires on Sunday. So make sure you check that out over on Instagram. In this course, it is a 25 video course where I go over your introduction, which is mindset, how Elliott Wave works and why it works, what to understand about Elliott Wave to use it properly when trading. I also go over your chart setup and tools, every tool you need, every extra thing you need to go along with Elliott Wave to give you the idea or timing for tops and bottoms and to understand what they look like. And then down here, we go through every single wave. We break them down, show you their target points, where they fail, where they are giving us 5 waves, how they're constructed, everything you want to know about Elliott Wave for a beginner in this course. It is an excellent course, as you can see from the testimonials on the screen. It is helping people finally understand the market instead of trying to understand why the news cycles don't work. What's really cool about that program is it is included in both monthly memberships. So if you want to become a monthly member, you automatically get access to the Elliott Wave for Beginners course. In our first room, the Invest with Jacob room, you get all of my real-time market updates, all of my buy and sell alerts, all of your Elliott Wave questions answered, a midday video where we go over exactly where we are in the counts and what to expect, as well as the training material you just saw. We trade the SPY and the QQQ, and we swing trade, which means our trades last anywhere from a few days to a few months, so we don't trade quite as often as a day trading room does. However, if you are interested in day trading, as well as individual stocks, you need to check out PT's Throne Room. In there, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room, as well as individual stocks, day trading, and PT's reduced risk binary method that absolutely crushes the market. He gets you in at a cheap price and gets you big multiples on your money, and it's how he structures his trades that's so unique. Something you really have to see to understand, and that's another reason we give you that 7-day free trial. He also started a challenge account where he put $4,000 into an account trading mini ES futures, showing you how to build a small account into a large retirement or savings account. Guys, we'd love to have you in these rooms so we can all make money together. Key takeaways for today. We're looking for that one more push up toward the 44.60 to 60 area, 46.60 area. If we get that, that resets the count, then we'll see what kind of pullback we get to understand our target. However, if they do stay below the high and break support down here around 45.60 and 45.30, then that means the top is likely in, and we're probably in a corrective count down towards 4,300. Over on the NASDAQ, same type of setup, only we have a 5-wave move off of the high in the NASDAQ. And if they can reset this little bit of mess over here from the last couple days and give us another wave 1 of 3 down, that would be a strong start. And breaking support here at the 15,477 low and then breaking down below this 15,120 area would be a strong indication the top is in. Guys, that is the market update for today. I will talk to you tomorrow.